Select the figure from the answer options that can be made from the net on the left. Mark your answer on the answer sheet by choosing one of the options A to F. 13. In this question, we're going to imagine folding this net to create a 3D figure. The correct 3D figure will be represented by only one of the 6 answer options. We should focus on the relationship between the sides or faces and note any shared edges and what that means for how the figure should look. For example, as we begin to fold, you can see how this edge and this one will meet with this edge and this one, meaning that this face will be next to this one and this face will be next to this one. That means that these two faces will be directly opposite these two, and these two faces will be directly opposite these two. Let's begin by looking at option A. In A, you can see these two faces are next to one another. But consider the relationship. If we folded this edge towards this one and then positioned this face so that it was here, this face and this one would be to the right of it and appear towards the back of the figure, not to the left as we see here. That would be these two faces, so A can be eliminated. In option B, you can see that these two faces do indeed have the right relationship. But note these two faces. This face and this one are not next to one another. That means that B can also be eliminated. Next, look at option C. Here we have the two blank faces and these two faces. But as we said at the beginning, these two faces and these two faces would be opposite one another and therefore would not appear to be adjacent as we see in C. Next is option D, and for a similar reason we can immediately eliminate it. Two faces which are opposite another two faces appear to be adjacent in D. These faces would be opposite these two, not next to them, so D is wrong. In E, these two faces appear correct, they're next to one another. But then we have these two faces next to each other, and this is incorrect. This face would be next to this one. This forms the triangular section on top of this square face, and therefore this face should be blank. E then is incorrect, and we're left with option F, which must be the right answer. In F, you can see this face and this face next to one another, which indeed they would be. You can also see these two faces are positioned correctly. So F was indeed the right answer to this question. And you can show the answer of F on the answer paper like this.